Hi, my name is Trent Gibbs. Thank you all for being here on this lovely Alliance cold afternoon. I want to talk about Raymond James Stadium and basically a critique of the stadium located in my hometown of Tampa, Florida. So just going over the history, replaced Tampa Stadium, aka the Old Sombrero, in 1998 when Hugh Culverhouse sold the team to Malcolm Glazier, who wanted to put his stamp on the team. The $168 million project is funded entirely by the public, and it seated 65,890 people. There was a controversy in Tampa at the time, so the mayor of the city at the time, Dick Greco, came out into the Tampa Tribune and basically called it the jewel of the city, which pushed over the public funding to be able to fund a stadium looking like this. So, the events that Raymond James Stadiums hold, it's the home field for the Buccaneers, 10 games a year. University of South Florida plays their football games here, along with the Outback Bowl every year. This year they'll do the national championship, Monster Jam, equestrian, show jumping, and a couple major concerts every year. Also, it was the home of Super Bowl 35 and the Super Bowl 43. 35 with the Baltimore Ravens beating the New York Giants, and 43 with the Steelers beating the Arizona Cardinals. The stadium is located in northwest Tampa, about 2.5 miles away from I-275. A lot of stadiums kind of try to put their stadium right by the highway for easier ingress and egress, but Tampa's a much wider, spread out city, so this wasn't that much of an issue. As you can see, you have MLK, which is a three-lane road, Dale Mabry is a 3-lane road, so ingress and egress really isn't a problem getting in and out of the stadium. And up to the left here is the parking lot for wheelchair accessible people. And for just note, when I go to a game, I park right here. The field. The field is made of Tifway 419 Bermuda grass. It is a drainage system, according to the St. Pete Times article by Jan Malmgren. It can drain up to 250,000 gallons of water in 1 hour. Compared to the old Tampa Stadium, this is the game against the Chiefs during a tropical storm. As you can see, the field's pretty muddy. Everyone was slipping and sliding. There's water coming down from the seats. And this was a tropical storm this year. As you can look from the stadium, it really wasn't that big of an issue. Sports Illustrated's Tim Newcomb wrote an article that called it the #2 playing surface in the NFL, just behind the Arizona Cardinals. A unique feature about Raymond James Stadium is the pirate ship. This is a video of Chris Berman on the pirate ship. It fires cannons every time the Bucs score or get into the red zone. 1 cannon per score, or one cannon into the red zone. It also hosts special guest seating whenever we get there, usually for military. MacDill Air Force Base is located in Tampa, so it's a big military base within the city. We might actually go past this video. It doesn't seem to be loading. Chris Berman, ESPN announcer, on the stadium. Boom, and he laughs. So ADA, the American Disabled Association, created the act passed in 1997, basically requiring all stadiums to have amount of wheelchair seating and accessibility. So I already showed you the ADA parking lot. There's 2 drop-off points by ramp D and ramp B that you can drop off disabled people. There's 2 elevators located in the top of the West Club and the East Club, and along with 4 escalators on all 4 corners. There's also charging stations throughout the stadium and 712 wheelchair seating. So in between the 100 section and the 200 section, it's a wide concourse, probably about 10 feet, that just surrounds the whole thing of wheelchair seating. So then, in 2016, the Tampa Sports Authority put $28.8 million into a $100 million project of the 2016 stadium renovations. And basically, to pay for this, we put a 4 cent on tourism tax, so the public didn't have to fund it, kind of. So in this renovation, we added new video boards, went from 2,200 square feet to 9,600 square feet. Sideboards, as you can see right here, kind of show different scores from around the league, fantasy numbers, because in 2016, that's what people want to see, and along with these side ribbons that weren't there before. Also, added new clubs and seating, revamped basically all the club seating, which is the 200 level. So even if you have a 200 level ticket, you have access to the club, which is right in here. There's a bar, different nice things like that. Along with 195 executive suites and skyboxes and 24 club seating sections. And they also added the Hall of Fame Club, which is an extra entity that you can get cool stuff, meet the Buccaneer Hall of Famers like Derrick Brooks and Tony Dungy. Also, revamped the concession. The food provider is Aramark, adding 5 original restaurants. Before, it was kind of bland food, not too much, but they added like different restaurants like Cuban sandwiches, DeSoto Street Deli, which is what Tampa's known for. There's Cuban sandwiches and Spanish food, being so close to Spanish places. Also, I want to talk about the negative aspects. This is part of the critique, the things I don't like about it. First of all, the food. Hopefully the food's better now due to the stadium renovations, but when I always went there, I always made sure to eat before, just because it was very expensive, $9 for chicken tenders, and it usually made you sick. Hopefully the renovations new have made it a little bit better. That was always a critique for me. And then the weather. And Tampa Bay is the lightning capital of the world. It's where the Tampa Bay Lightning got their name from. As you can see, already two games this year have been weather delayed for over an hour. This one against the Saints I was actually at, and they put you under a concourse when there was lightning, and you had to stand like this with tons of people around you, just waiting for the lightning to pass, just because that's where you are. And as you can see, there's 10:30 left in the first quarter. Filthy's leaving, even though even a couple of my friends were making fun of the people that were leaving. But anyway, that's just an issue that you can't really fix, but that's just a critique of the stadium in general. These are my sources. Are there any questions?